Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to be using what in my opinion is going to be the best Royal Giant deck after the balance changes. So, Bob the Rock, I don't know why his in-game name is this, but I know him on Twitter. He's from the Netherlands. He's a really good RG player, and he's doing really well in this Double Elixir Global Tournament with this RG deck, and he's pretty high up on ladder with it too. And a lot of other people, like good players, are talking about this too, the ones who are using RG Cycle with Hunter currently are saying they're most likely going to be switching to this RG variant here. You can see a little bit more expensive than RG Cycle. You have a little bit more of a passive, play style because you have the Goblin Cage, but it's still really strong. And Electro Spirit might be sub 2 for the Heal Spirit if Heal Spirit's really, really strong again after its buff. And then the Rage from the Lumberjack is where you're building up, the massive pushes that are really difficult for your opponent to stop. Ideally, you get down like an RG, maybe like a Mega Minion 2 in the mix, and then the Rage will, rage everything up, and that's what really makes things difficult for your opponent to stop when the Lumberjack dies. So, before we get in the first game, if you guys want to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. Supports me, channel, and I really do appreciate all you guys using my code. It means a lot. So, this is probably going to be my first video when the balances are live on this deck right here. I don't know if you guys are excited for that or not, but I'm just really eager to test Elixir Golem E-Barbs because Heal Spirit and E-Barbs are getting buffed. And this deck, if you guys remember, I made a video on a few months ago. I think it might have had arrows in it for something, but yeah, anyway, I'm not insanely high up on ladder, but to be honest, I don't really care too much because, first of all, there's still like 6 days of the season left, and second of all, the meta is going to be completely different in about a few hours, I think. Well, when I'm recording this video, probably in about I don't know. I think the balances are gonna be live today, though. I'm pretty sure, unless it's delayed again. But Drew said the update and balances were actually supposed to be yesterday, but there was a delay or something. I guess they didn't get approval from the App Store and Google Play Store. I don't know how that works, but they need to get approval or something. Anyway, you can see, like, you don't really need to make that first move with this deck, but yeah, guys, like, I'm just super excited to test the bounces when they go live. And if you guys are wondering, why do I think, like, Elixir Golem is going to be so strong? Well, Bomb Tower and Giant Skeleton got nerfed, and those were the two best counters to it, in my opinion. So, guys, I think that E-Golem is going to be meta. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I think E-Golem is going to be pretty scary now. So just brace yourselves. Don't be surprised if that ends up happening. So this guy's got Recruits Royal Hogs. This deck is also probably going to be pretty good after the balances because because Bomb Tower is getting a pretty big nerf. And obviously, Bomb Tower is the weakness of this deck. We luckily, though, have Fireball, so we can for sure still win. And the Baby Dragons as well will get us a lot of value. The one thing I will say, though, Zappies are getting a nerf, which makes me wonder if the nerf is substantial enough. Will the deck he's using be better or worse after the balances? Because I know Bomb Tower is getting nerfed, but Zappies are getting their first hit reduced or something, or slower. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna go ahead and fireball this Flying Machine in the one Zappy. I think the Flying Machine is just the best thing to get off the board because it's really annoying. That Bar Barrel and Electro Spirit got us so much value. That was kind of crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and RG here. Very, very interesting cage from our opponent. The placement, I mean. I don't know why he played it that far to the left, because the Brawler had to run so far just to get to the RG. So we're gonna go for like a Lumberjack like this. So then if it dies, we might go for like, yeah, I'm gonna RG. We might as well, because I think, yeah, we already got the Lumberjack down, so we might as well take advantage of the Rage. And this is what I was talking about, guys. When the RG is raged, it just gets so many more hits in. So we're going to Fireball this here. Okay, so he's going to get some damage. I don't know, we got to be careful. Zappies are down. Okay, we got to be patient. We can't really play into a Zappy. So we're just going to chill. Ooh, very good Fireball. It hit the cage. And notice where I played that way everything was helping out that was on the other side. Again, we just have to Fireball that Flying Machine every time. Alright, we got a pressure here for sure. We'll go for a cage like this. And then hopefully this RG can get quite a lot of damage in. Brawler goes down. RG, nice, does get into Fireball range, so we just have to cycle back to another Fireball. And we should be fine. So, very nice win versus this deck. I think this deck is going to be, yeah, pretty strong in the meta after the Bomb Tower nerf. And that, yeah, kind of shows you guys how to beat it. In fact, it'll even be easier to beat. Because keep in mind, as I said, Zappies are getting nerfed, so if you decide to try this deck out, when the balances go live, like if you're like looking for a good RG deck, you try this, it'll be even easier because of the Zappies. So there might be a couple situations where your RG will get, you know, an extra hit or two if the Zappy nerf is kind of substantial, so we'll see. So this guy's going to start with a Miner. Mega Minion's fine in response. Miner could be so many different things. He's going to go for a Goblin Barrel. So Logbait is for sure not easy, but depends on the Logbait variant. If they have Inferno, it's annoying. But yeah, we'll just have to see. So I'm going to Baby Dragon. He might have a Minion Horde, so we got to watch out for that. If he does, we have to Fireball it, of course. I don't really want to Fireball that Princess, because if I do, and then say he's using like Minion Horde or something like that, or something where I really need my Fireball, it would not be smart if I use it on that Princess. So he does have the Minion Horde, as I thought. Very aggressive push on his end with that Miner. He's probably just going to go for like a Goblin Gang on this Lumberjack. We'll just Electros. Yep, and there's the Goblin Gang as I expected. We're going to let that go. I don't want to play a Baby Dragon on top of it. I feel like that's a little bit of an overcommitment on defense. We can, in single Elixir, we can take a little bit of damage. I think that's fine, because there's no way we're going to break through in single Elixir anyway with a deck like this. Especially when we reverse this kind of spammy Logbait deck. Whenever I'm versus like a Logbait deck like this, majority of the time, you do not really want to be playing aggressive at all. Because they'll just punish you so hard for it. I really want to hold off on using my Fireball. I'd much rather get, like, counter push potential with my support card. That's the thing, I see a lot of people when they play versus Logbait, they'll, like, always be, like, Fireballing princesses and stuff. You don't always want to, because you actually, yeah, get more counter push when you use other things, but it really depends on the situation. Now that we're in double Elixir, I think it's probably not a bad idea to Fireball, because otherwise it's just going to get very obnoxious for us, and we have the Baby Dragon anyway, which we can use, so we should be alright. Yeah, so Baby Dragon's going to do a pretty good job here. I actually missed one of them. That's kind of my bad. And yeah, so I guess, man, I'd really love to go for an RG, but you see, the problem is that there's no way Alright, well, I'm gonna do it now. I feel like at this point I just have no choice. So we're going to get a very valuable fireball there. That's very good. And yeah, he is going to have the Inferno. So wow, this is just quite a rough matchup. Pretty rough for sure. You know, we can still win. In fact, that was a pretty bad defense right there. I'm going to cage because I feel like he was maybe going to try to get away with like a princess at the bridge or something. He didn't though, but I thought there was a good chance he was going to. I'm going to fireball that princess just because it's annoying. We actually get some more value out of that because he happened to play a Skarmy into it. We're going to RG again. We have to go RGs in the back and then try to get a second one down. Okay, so... Ooh, pretty bad. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. He's gonna, like, spam us really hard right now. Yep. He's gonna go for Princess at the Bridge, probably. Ah, he's done. He can't do anything. Wow, let's go. I really had to like focus at the end, so I wasn't talking much. I was just like, wow, you know, I was shocked. I think his defense got really sloppy at the end, and also it might have not been as bad as I thought, the matchup, because even though his Inferno was so good versus the RG, I feel like first of all, he didn't have... He had no good spells against our deck. I feel like he had Zap, which kind of sucks against what we're running. So that helped us. I felt like if he had a Rocket, it would have been worse because, first of all, he would have been able to Rocket Cycle if he wanted to, and also he could have played Rockets on defense, but Zap kind of did nothing for him. I'm going to... I kind of wanted to save my cage there just because I don't know, I felt like I didn't need it. Don't know if I'm going to regret that decision though. Nope, because now we need it here, so I don't regret that actually at all because we needed it there on defense. If I didn't have it there, he might have broken through. Ooh, do we go yeah, Bar Barrel. I'm not going to Fireball. I just, you know, sure, we're going to take a little more damage, but I'm not going to overcommit on a Fireball. I don't think that's worth it. Good Battle Ram on his end. You know, he knew our cycle wasn't really good for defending a Battle Ram, so that was a good play on his end. You know, I'm gonna have to do this as much as I don't want to. Oh, well, that's frustrating. At least that we're gonna ignore the Hunter. This matchup will be way better for us in double elixir. I'm ignoring that. I don't want to be put in too much of an elixir deficit. As much as I hate doing that, I don't want to defend that because if I do, he just spams us the bridge in the opposite lane. We can come back. This matchup, as I said, is way better for us in double and triple elixir. His deck is really good in single because bridge spam is, well, good at spamming early on in the game. Okay, we got a RG here, I think, just to apply some pressure. We're probably going to ignore the entirety of that ghost. Or most of it, anyway. But yeah, anyway, this guy's using, I mean, 2 cards in his deck that are getting nerfed. So I don't mind too much if we lose this, because again, 2 cards he's using are getting nerfed. Oh, he just predicted the Magic Archer. No! Wait! Oh, I would have lost anyway. I thought if I got the fireball down, I was gonna win or something. That's annoying. But you know what? I don't really care too much, because he did have Hunter in his deck and Cannon Cart, which are both getting nerfed, so I don't really care. I mean, he's gonna get a Rude Awakening tomorrow when the bounces go live. That's all I have to say. But yeah, good game. That, you know, I tried my best. You know, we almost came back. I felt like that was just annoying. This deck kind of struggles against Cannon Cart, but it's getting nerfed, which is why I thought this deck would be good. After the balances, of course. So this guy's using Bomber, which is getting a rework. People haven't really decided yet. Is it a buff or a nerf? Me personally, I don't really know. I have no idea if the Bomber got buffed or nerfed. It's kind of hard to tell. I really don't know. I mean, you guys could let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if it got a buff or nerf. So Giant Skeleton, by the way, is going to be horrible after the balances. I can pretty much guarantee that. Giant Skeleton is getting a pretty fat nerf. People don't use it for the damage, they use it for the death bomb, so I think it's going to take a pretty big hit. Which is why Elixir Golem's going to be broken, in my opinion. Especially before people know how to defend it. Ebarb's Elixir Golem, it's going to be broken the first few days of the bounces going live. I'm pretty certain. So we're just waiting a little bit to apply pressure until I know for sure what he's using, but you know, at this point in the match, it's looking more and more like his primary way of defending our RG is most likely going to be the Hunter, but he might have another card that I'm not aware of, but so far it's looking like it's the Hunter that we got to worry about. So pretty aggressive RG here at the bridge. Good counter push opportunity for us. You know, no Giant Skeleton and cycle to block. We can go for a prediction Electro Spirit here. You know, thinking like he might... Okay, well, that's just a pretty incredible fireball for us. We're obviously going to take that. Wow, so this guy literally has... half of his deck is getting nerfed. Look at that. Giant Skeleton's getting nerfed. Hunter's getting nerfed. A Bomber potentially is getting nerfed. Zappies are getting nerfed. So correct me if I'm wrong, that's 4 cards in this guy's deck that are getting nerfed. Wow, hopefully this guy has some other has some other decks maxed, or he's gonna be kind of screwed for end of the season. I kind of, anyone using Giant Skeleton and it's like one of their only like maxed cards, or it's one of their only maxed decks that have him, I feel pretty bad for those people, because yeah, Giant Skeleton is just, yeah, it's not gonna be great after the balances go live. But yeah, he had Hunter, Giant Skeleton, Zappies, and then potentially Bomber, which I don't know. So this guy, hopefully he's got some other cards maxed, or when the balances go live, rip. He's going to struggle a bit for sure. So I think we'll go for one more game here, win or loss. Honestly, I'm not really, yeah, as I said, too worried about where I'm at on ladder. And I'm just more excited, too, for tomorrow's video. I can't wait to test, I've said it's like a few times this video now, but I don't know why, as I'm thinking about it more and more, I'm just getting really excited to test Elixir Golem E-Barbs. I'm getting really excited to test it. I don't know why. Like, what excites me so much to use such, like a low skill deck, but I'm just excited. Because maybe it's because we've had about the same meta for the last 4 months. I'm just excited to try something crazy, you know? That could be it. Anyway. Disappointing. You know, that was close. We almost got the bar barrel down. You know, perhaps, I don't know how much of a difference it would have made. I don't know if it would have been down in time, but perhaps if I played it, you know, 1 tile lower, we would have been able to get it. But, you know, that's good game. Yeah, that's game. He outcycled us there. I think this is just one of those matchups in single Elixir. There's not too much we can do if our cycle gets messed up. I probably could have done a little bit of a better job earlier on of keeping my cycle better, but the problem is the 2 princes, we don't have a ton for the princes, which is unfortunate. I can't pressure him now either because I have to defend this prince, so we're just in a really rough spot. It's not over yet, but it's just, it certainly ain't looking good. However, I'm not a fan of that Goblin Giant. I do not think that was the play there. That felt overly aggressive. However, with these princes, I don't see us breaking through, unfortunately. Pretty rough matchup. An unfortunate start too, but I think regardless of the start, it would have been pretty annoying anyway. So, you know, that's gonna be it for the video. I mean, unless, yeah, something really crazy happens here, that's gonna be it. So, yeah, that's gonna be it. As I said, you know, give this deck a try, like, after the balances. I think, it'll be, I think it'll be pretty good. I don't think it'll be broken, but I think, like, if you're looking to run an RG deck, it's going to be solid. As I said, the person who, you know, like, I got it off of, Bob the Rock, or whatever his in-game name is, 37th in the world with it. He was actually, yesterday, I think, like, top 10, but he, like, lost a couple games, or he's just focusing on the global tournament now, not really caring about ladder. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty solid deck. So, let's see, what do we do here? We won 3 games, lost 2, not bad. I mean, this game we lost. I mean, this guy had 2 cards in it that are getting nerfed anyway, so, I mean, the purpose of me showing this deck was for after the balances, so I don't know if I'd really worry about this loss too much, because, I mean, he did have 2 cards in it that are getting nerfed, the Hunter and the Cannon card, which are annoying for the deck, and this is a little annoying too, but honestly, I think single Elixir was just hard. If I survived single, I probably would have been fine. It's just single elixir. It's so difficult because of the prince spam. But maybe I could have kept my cycle better or something, or defended a little differently. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video. I can't wait for the balances tomorrow. I'm just gonna be testing a whole bunch of decks. Not just Elixir Golem E-Barbs. I'm also going to be testing Mother Witch and seeing if there's any deck it possibly fits in. I don't know if it's going to be good. It's getting like a 10, I think it's getting like a 14% damage buff, so we'll see about Mother Witch. I don't really know, but it's going to be interesting, guys. I'm just excited for balance changes after 4 months. It's been such a long time. That's going to be it. Make sure to like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if not subscribed already, and thanks again until next time, guys.